कल 15 जून से हमने अपनी ऑनलाइन क्लासेस की शुरुआत की थी। आज आपकी फिजिक्स की दूसरी क्लास है। फिजिक्स की दूसरी क्लास के शुरू करने से पहले मैं आपसे कल हुई क्लास के बारे में कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। कल हमने इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में फ्रिक्शन, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, कूलम्स लॉ को स्टडी किया। अगर आपको कोई भी समस्या किसी भी टॉपिक में आती है तो मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप व्हाट्सएप के माध्यम से, आप फ़ोन के माध्यम से, आप एसएमएस के माध्यम से आप मुझसे जो है कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं और अपनी जो भी आपकी समस्या है उन सभी समस्याओं का निराकरण कर सकते हैं। हम आपके लिए 24 आवर्स अवेलेबल है। मेरा मोबाइल नंबर 9357896104 है। एक बार मैं फिर रिपीट कर देता हूँ, मेरा मोबाइल नंबर 9357896104 है। हाँ, इस क्लास को स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप इस YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें, लाइक करें और बेल आइकन दबाकर उसको बेल आइकन भी दबा दें, जिससे कि टाइम पर जो भी वीडियोस अपलोड हो वो आप तक शीघ्र अतिशीघ्र पहुंच जाए। और आप लिख कर यह भी बताएं कि ये वीडियोस जो आपके लिए बनाई जा रही है वो आपको कैसे लगी। और सबसे बड़ी बात कि इस कोविड-19 महामारी में आप लोग सभी घर पर सुरक्षित रहें, बिना किसी कारण के घर से बाहर ना निकलें, क्योंकि हमको अपने को सेफ रखना है। अगर हम अपने को सेफ रख पाएंगे तभी हम अपने घर वालों को भी सेफ कर पाएंगे। इसलिए सभी घर पर रहें, सुरक्षित रहें। अब हम आगे अपनी दूसरी क्लास
force. They are the important point of Coulomb force. The first is the Coulomb force decreases with charges are placed in a medium other than air or vacuum. Second is Coulomb force between two charges is not affected by the presence of other charge. Hence, Coulomb force is a two-body interaction. We can compare electrostatic force, that is Coulomb force, with gravitational force. This is the comparative study. The first point is electrostatic force is attractive or repulsive in nature, but the gravitational force is always attractive in nature. The second point is electrostatic force is an action at a distance type of force, but the gravitational force is a long range force. Third point is it is a two charge interaction force, and gravitational force also the two bodies interaction force, or two bodies means the 2 point mass bodies. Yesterday we discussed the point charge, the same analogy of the point mass. What is the point charge? When the size of the charge is very less than the distance of observation. This is called the point charge. The fourth point is it varies inversely as the square of distance between charges, that is it obey the inverse square law. Gravitational force also obey the inverse square law. Fifth is electrostatic force, that is Coulomb force and gravitational force, both central force. It acts along the line joining the center of two charges. In case of gravitational force, it acts along the line joining the center of two masses. The sixth point is this is the conservative nature of force. means work done by this force does not depends on the actual path followed, but and gravitational force also is a conservative nature force. Point 7, both force has consistency with Newton's third law. The last point is electrostatic force is a very large as compared to the gravitational force. Its strength with respect to strong forces 10 to the power 36. But gravitational force is the weakest fundamental force. Its strength with respect to strong force is 10 to the power minus 39. 10 to the power minus 39. Now today we will discuss Coulomb's law in vector form. आपको याद है कल हमने Coulomb's law क्या बताया था? Coulomb's law states that the force of attraction between 2 point charges is directly proportional to their charge and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. And this force is attractive or repulsive. It depends on the nature of charge. When the charges are unlike, then the attractive force are acting between them. When the charge are like, then repulsive force is acting between them. Now there are the 2 point positive charges. They are separated at a distance r. The product of these charges is greater than 0. In this case, there is repulsion between them because these are the like charges. R12 cap is a unit vector which shows the direction from Q1 to Q2. Force F12 represent force on Q1 due to Q2 and F21 represent force on Q2 due to Q1. Both are acting the line joining the charges, but both are acting away to each other. They are repelled to each other. In case of when both charges are negative, they are also like charges and their product is greater than 0. They separated at a distance small r. Unit vector R12 shows the direction of force from Q1 to Q2. Do you know unit vector? What is the function of unit vector? Unit vector is used to represent the direction of vector quantity. Here force is a vector quantity, it represents the direction. Here unit vector R12 from charges Q1 to Q2, and we can take unit vector R21 its direction from Q2 to Q1. In this case also, force F12 and F21 are repelled to each other. They are acting along the line joining charges Q1 and Q2. In vacuum, for Q1 into Q2 is greater than 0. It means either both are positive charge or both are negative charge. You know that the force F12, you know that the Coulomb force is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square in general. But we can write in vector form, we can write F12 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square and unit vector R21. Unit vector R21 represent the direction of force F12 and unit vector R12 represent the direction of force F21. So we can write force F21 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square into unit vector R12. Do you know the value of unit vector? What is the unit vector? Unit vector is equal to vector upon magnitude, and its value is always 1. Now, in case of two unlike charges, one is positive charge, other is negative charge, both magnitude is same, and in this case the product of their charges is less than 0. In this situation, the force between them is attractive. Both are acting towards each other, but acting along the line joining them. Here, unit vector R12 represent the direction of force F12, and unit vector R21 represent the direction of force F21. In vacuum, for Q1 Q2 is greater than 0, F12 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square into unit vector R12, and F21 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square into R21. If we solve these equations, we can calculate force on Q1 due to Q2 is equal to force from Q2 due to Q1, but in opposite direction. In all cases, this is right. It means Coulomb force obey the Newton's third law of motion. We can express Coulomb's law in vector form also. Here, force on Q1 due to Q2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R cube into unit vector R12, and force on Q2 due to Q1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R cube into vector R21. We know that the cube term of the distance is simply because of the vector form. Otherwise, the law is inverse square law only. What is the unit of charge? There are the different unit of charge. In SI system, the unit of charge is coulomb. What is the 1 coulomb? 1 coulomb of charge is that charge which, when placed at rest in vacuum at a distance of 1 meter from an equal and similar stationary charge repellent, and is repelled by it with a force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. Now there are the another unit of charges, ESU unit of charge. It means electrostatic unit of charge. In CGS system, electrostatic unit of charges is stat coulomb. In CGS electrostatic system, small k is equal to 1 upon capital K, where K is equal to dielectric constant. In vacuum, the capital K is equal to 1. So we can write the force between the two charges is equal to Q1 Q2 upon R square. If Q1 Q2 is equal to Q, R is 1 centimeter, then F is equal to 1 dyne. Then Q is equal to plus minus 1 stat coulomb. In other system, the unit of charge is ab coulomb. This is the electromagnetic unit of charge. This is an CGS electromagnetic system. There are the relation between these unit of charge. The first is 1 EMU is equal to C ESU of charge. So what is the C? C is the speed of light. So speed of light 1 EMU of charge is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 10 ESU of charge, or we can write as 1 coulomb of charge is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 stat coulomb. 1 ab coulomb is equal to 10 coulomb. Now we will discuss the next term. This is the relative permittivity or dielectric constant. We can also known as specific inductive capacity or dielectric coefficient. Suppose that you have the system of two charges separated at a distance r. We can express relative permittivity in terms of force, in terms of electric field, in terms of absolute permittivity. At first, we will discuss relative permittivity in terms of absolute permittivity. Relative permittivity or dielectric constant is the ratio of absolute permittivity of a medium to permittivity of free space, or we can also express in terms of force. It can be explained the ratio of force acting between two charges separated at a distance r in vacuum to the force between the same charges separated the same distance, but the whole system change its medium. So K is also equal to force on vacuum to force in medium. Dielectric constant has no unit. The next term is continuous distribution of charge. You know that electric charge is quantized and charge on a charged body is always an integral multiple of charge on a single electron or proton. But in most practical situation, charge on a charged body is so large as compared to the magnitude of charge on an electron or proton. In this situation, quantization of charge may be ignored. In other words, we can assume that on the charged body is reasonable size. Charge has continuous distribution. The continuous distribution of charge may be one-dimensional, it may be two-dimensional, it may be three-dimensional. According to the distribution of charge, we can say the linear charge distribution, surface charge distribution, and volume charge distribution. At first, we will discuss the linear charge distribution. What is the linear charge distribution? If the charge is distributed over a straight line or over the circumference of the circle or over the edge of the cuboid, etc., etc., then the distribution is called linear charge distribution, and the charge per unit length is called linear charge density. Its SI unit is coulomb per meter. This is the line charge. Charge is distributed uniformly. We take a small part of length dl, its charge is dq. We can write lambda is equal to q over l, or we can write dq over dl. Total charge on line L, we can write q is equal to line integration of lambda dl. Now the second is surface charge density. If the charge is distributed over the surface charge, then the distribution is called surface charge distribution. Surface charge density is the charge per unit area. Its SI unit is coulomb per meter square. This is the surface area. We take a small area element ds, charge distributed dq, then sigma is equal to q over s, and we can write sigma is equal to dq over ds. Total charge on the surface S is the surface integration of sigma. Now the third is volume charge density rho. What is the volume charge density? If the charge is distributed over a volume, then the distribution is called volume charge distribution. Volume charge density is the charge per unit volume. Its SI unit is coulomb per meter cube. This is the picture of the volume charge. We take the small part of volume dV and charge is distributed dq, or we can write as rho is equal to q over v, or we can write as rho is equal to dq over dv. Total charge on volume is equal to q is equal to rho dv. If अभी हमने जो टॉपिक कवर किए हैं, जिसमें कूलम्स लॉ इन वेक्टर फॉर्म, रिलेटिव परमिटिविटी एंड कॉन्टिन्यूअस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ चार्ज, उससे रिलेटेड कई सारे क्वेश्चंस आपके लिए आपके करने के लिए हैं. ये आपकी वर्कशीट है, इन्हें आपने करना है. पहला क्वेश्चन है, इफ डाइलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट ऑफ वाटर इज 81, देन व्हाट इज इट्स परमिटिविटी. Second is define 1 coulomb. Third is what does Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 0 signify in electrostatics. Fourth is 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 are placed close to each other in air. What is the nature of force between them when Q1 Q2 is greater than 0 and Q1 Q2 is less than 0. The fifth question is force between 2-point charge kept at a distance apart in air is F. If these charges are kept at a same distance in water, how does the force between them change? Question number 6. An uncharged insulated conductor A is brought near a charged insulated conductor B. What happened to the charge and potential of B? Question number 7. Draw the variation of Coulomb force with distance. Question number 8. Define point charge. Question number 9. What is the...
इस पीरियड के लास्ट में मैंने आपसे अभी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछे हैं. इन क्वेश्चंस के जवाब आप अपनी कॉपी पर सॉल्व करें. जो क्वेश्चंस आपको नहीं आते हैं, जो क्वेश्चंस आपको प्रॉब्लमेटिक लगते हैं, उन क्वेश्चंस को आप फ़ोन के द्वारा मुझसे डिस्कस करें. मैंने इस लेक्चर के स्टार्ट में ही अपना मोबाइल नंबर बता दिया था, आप उस पर कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको किसी भी प्रकार की समस्या है, आप चाहे मुझसे इस नंबर